Hey everybody, welcome to the WoodenBoat library. This is our research library. This is not a lending library. And we're going into these cabinets, which incidentally were built by Maynard Bray. And we're going to look at this missing book. And we're going to get, it was chosen actually by Queene Hooper Foster, who works here in the research library. And she's sitting here ready to show us what's so special about this book. Hey, Queenie.
Hi, Anne. This is one of my favorite books in the library. We have a couple of editions of it. This is Dixon Kemp. This particular big fat volume is from 1897. And this particular copy of it, this is so cool, Anne, belonged to a guy named Lyle Hess on the West Coast. This was in his personal library.
Oh my gosh.
It was donated long ago to John Wilson at the library here. So we've got some of his books.
His treasure.
So here is Dixon Kemp's treatise on naval architecture in England in the 1890s. He was a reporter for a sporting magazine in London. He was a yachting reporter. He did lots of sailing, spent lots of time kibitzing with the large yachts there in the Solent. So there are a number of editions here, and a lot of them have these bound plans in the back. So I've picked out some bound plans to show you. This one is a Fife designed and Fife built boat called ISOLDE, built in 1895 in Scotland. And here she is, drawn by Dixon Kemp to show his readers what they could get if they wanted a Fife boat. This has all the details that a sort of interested yachting aficionado would want to know.
Even including, deck hardware and...
Even the wood grain in the spruce spar, the tufted leather seats.
Wow.
The chain lockers, the freshwater lockers.
So Dixon Kemp drew that as well? So
I believe he drew these, and this is probably hand-colored, although I can't say for sure.
What kind of order do they go in the book? Is it, like, what there are obviously only so many yachts here, so how did he
He put different ones in each year that the book came out, and they were pretty much the ones that suited his fancy. So there were some steam yachts, some small yachts. I've picked the big glamorous ones here because they're so cool. Here's her deck plan. There's the spruce spar or cutter rig. Here is the tiller. Can you get a close-up of that tiller?
Yeah.
This is a boat that was 85 feet on deck, 60 feet on the waterline.
Oh.
And this is a tiller to steer.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm not sure exactly, but just looking at this little scale, it was probably about a 10-foot long tiller.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
So let me show you some more. We got quite a bit of information about this very boat, ISOLDE, in our library, and I'm going to show you how we came to it in a minute. Here's her interior.
Oh, so this is deck down instead of from the side like the first one. And
here's the folding cots for the crew. A stove right there next to the no running water, captain's cabin. Again, the tufted leather seating.
So great.
Only one WC in the whole boat.
In the whole boat.
And then probably bunks for 10, 12, probably 14, 16.
That's quite a crew accommodation.
Probably 14. So ISOLDE was a racing boat. She could go cruising, obviously, with the tufted leather seating in the owner's cabin aft. But she was made for racing, had a very, very successful season, and made her owner quite a lot of money because in those days,
We're back. Sorry for the interruption. We had a little bit of a connection problem, but now we're here in the living room, and that's just off of the library. You can see the library through the door there. And we're back here with Queenie, and we were coming in on some information about the boat that we were just looking at.
So I wanted to tell you how we got to find ISOLDE in the library. We started looking through the index files for Fife ISOLDE. We come up with references to Field and Stream, which was a big old large format journal from the 1905, and we get an index card that says ISOLDE in January 28th, 1905, and there she is.
Oh my gosh.
In this case, she had just come to the U.S., been shipped over. I don't think she sailed. I think she was shipped over and belonged to a guy named Fred Hoyt, Rear Commodore of Larchmont Yacht Club. This is a James Burton photo. Not too clear in a Xerox here, but shows you her stature and what a really beautiful vessel she was.
Tall rig.
And that we just find these pictures right in our library in Field and Stream.
So she appeared in Field and Stream because she had come back to the country, or
she had just come. She was built in Scotland, raced in the Solent, and then was brought over here in, I think, about 1900. Because these pictures here, these are off the internet, but they're still very cool. This is from Historic New England, and these are Stebbins photos. And you can see her here. A lot of the same features in her plans in American waters, in U.S. waters. She looks a little, I thought at first her rig was cut down here, but it's only because she's not flying her jackyard topsails, which are these, the big ones up there. Oh my gosh. So she was cut down, just her topsails. But this is the same boat. This is ISOLDE. This picture is great because in the background, you can see right here, that building still exists. That's the Corinthian Yacht Club in Marblehead.
Oh, yeah.
So here she is in Marblehead. So we were trying to see if any chance that she still existed, and we don't find any ISOLDE in any current listings, but we do find a couple of boats that are really, really close, that are pretty exciting to think about. One is Moonbeam of Fife, which is a pretty famous current Fife. It's been restored and racing down in the Med and Tooega. It was the flagship of the Monaco Yacht Club de Monaco, and she got shipped over in 2012 to race in the Antigua Race Week, and it just looks fabulous. You can go on the internet and find this boat and say, that's what I want.
Yeah.
And she was about 6 or 8 years after this one. Very, very similar design, and just 5 or 6 feet different in length. So I look at these pictures and I say, I want to get on that boat. I want to know what it's like to sail with a big dory up there in the davits and the topsail set. And if I really wanted to, I could just go and charter Moonbeam of Fife or Tooega in Monaco.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah, that does look like a lot of fun with all that. I mean, that's a lot of boom. That's a lot of mainsail right there, too.
Yeah, one more thing I want to point out, and this is great if you go to Historic New England and pick the Stebbins picture, you can grow this picture a lot and zero in on these details. There's the tiller that she had.
Yeah.
2 guys on it in this light air. So she must have been a handful, especially when you were maneuvering. Straight line, well, that's one thing, but maneuvering, not easy.
Now, if y'all on Facebook Live missed that a little earlier, we were looking at the ISOLDE plans, and it looked like probably the tiller was looking to be about 10 feet long.
Yeah.
In terms of everything.
Tooega, by the way, still has her stick tiller like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you can really see how that would go.
Yeah.
And Moonbeam, I think she has a wheel because it must have been too hard.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like a lot of something to ask for human power to do without any mechanical advantage.
2 guys, probably a block and tackle on it most of the time.
Yeah. Cool.
So what else? I think that's about it that we have on ISOLDE. But what I really wanted people to be excited about, because I'm excited about it, is how much information you can find on an obscure vessel in this library or in a good research library, and sort of build out the story of this boat. We also just found, researching her owner, Fred Hoyt, who was the Vice Commodore of the Larchmont Yacht Club when he had this boat. He was a great traveler and was a Titanic survivor.
Oh, no kidding.
So he goes down in history and is better known than, and had a number of other nice boats as well, and this is just one of them. That's all found in the library.
Well, thanks, Queenie. Thanks for letting us inside one of the books.
Anytime. Hope we can do it again.
Yeah.